Hi students, this is your instructor Megan, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can avoid stretching photos and how to fix a photo that you believe may have been stretched. So I'm going to draw a frame on my page and import a photo. I'm going to use the same photo that you used for your InDesign workshop, which is in Documents. There we go. Okay, so I've placed the photo, but it's not really the right size. So when you're resizing photos, you want to make sure that you grab the white selection tool, or if you use the black selection tool, you click on the circle inside the frame, and when the photo is outlined in brown, that means you're changing the size of the photo. And so if I just grab the corner and I start changing the size, InDesign will let me change the size in really not a very smart way. InDesign will let me stretch the photo. I can make the guy really tall and skinny. I can make him really wide and fat. You really don't want to do this. You have no reason ever for stretching a photo. You don't want to distort, especially as a journalist, you don't want to distort reality, so you don't want to stretch photos. So I'm going to go back until my photo is normal. There we go. So when you resize a photo, you want to make sure you hold the Shift key. So I'm holding Shift, and now when I grab the corner of my brown box, I can only increase and decrease the size proportionally. So no matter what, anytime I try to make him wider or taller, the proportion stays the same, and I'm holding Shift. What I want to do is make sure that once I get the size I want him to be, so if I want it to be this size, I let go of my mouse, and then I let go of Shift, and now my photo is not stretched. Now if I suspect, I'm going to stretch it, now if I suspect that my photo is stretched, and you have to be really careful here because sometimes stretching is not so easy to see. I'm pretty used to seeing designs in InDesign, so it's pretty easy for me to tell if a photo is stretched. You might want to get in the habit of checking. You can check by clicking on the circle or clicking on your photo with the white selection tool. And up here in your toolbar across the top, you have this section right here, horizontal and vertical stretch. So this scale, X percentage, and scale Y percentage are telling you how much you've increased the size vertically and horizontally. So with this photo, I've increased the size horizontally 196%, but I've only increased the size vertically 156%. These two numbers should be equal. You should never have a photo where these two numbers are different. So what I can do is, instead of starting all the way over, I can uncheck this constrain proportions, and that will allow me to change these numbers independently. I'm going to highlight everything in the horizontal box, copy it, and then paste it into the vertical. And when I press enter, you'll see that my photo becomes unstretched, and now the numbers in these boxes are exactly the same. So now I know for a fact that my photo is no longer stretched. So those are two tips for dealing with photos. First of all, hold Shift while you resize to make sure that you're not stretching. Let go of your mouse before you let go of Shift. And if you suspect a photo is stretched, look at it, select it with your white selection tool so that it has a brown outline, and double check the numbers up here in the scale percentages. If you have any questions about how to do either of these things, please let me know.